texting their parents. So many of the students telling me today that they told their parents they thought they were going to die. Tonight here, new video from inside the school, students crying as their wounded classmates are carried out by police, then escaping the building themselves. And of course, the nation now seeing those images, the students running for their lives. They told me they've been taught what our code red is, an active shooter. Then they heard those words. The suspect trying to blend in with the students, dropping his AR-15, then leaving the school. And tonight, right here, the officer who found him. 19-year-old Nikolas Cruz was in court today, what he has now allegedly told police. And for the first time, we are seeing the faces of the victims, 15 of them students, 2 of them hero teachers. ABC's Victor Oquendo with the new timeline tonight, the plot that unfolded here at the school and the chilling images from inside. And we should note, they are difficult to watch.
That steady stream of gunfire breaking out at 2:21 p.m.
Oh my God!
A school employee immediately calling a code red. Students were supposed to be going home. Instead, some would stay huddled together on lockdown for hours. The suspect, 19-year-old Nikolas Cruz, a former student, had arrived in an Uber. Authorities tonight saying he was carrying an AR-15 rifle inside a soft black case.
The suspect exited the stairwell, pulled the rifle out of the case.
Then he began shooting into at least 5 different classrooms on 2 floors.
He went from the 3rd floor to the 2nd floor. So monitoring him on camera.
A federal official says the suspect is believed to have triggered a fire alarm, adding to the chaos.
The fire alarm got pulled and kids were evacuating. I heard 5 pops.
Many finding shelter wherever they could, hiding under desks, barricaded in classrooms.
So right now we're in a school, an active shooter. It's not a drill. I heard 1 gunshot. We thought it was a drill initially, but it's not.
First responders on the scene desperately trying to track down the suspect. Nearly an hour after the first shots rang out, some students still hunkered down.
We still believe that the person has been neutralized, but we're still currently on lockdown.
But the shooter managing to slip out of the school with evacuating students.
He dropped his rifle and backpack, ran down the stairs.
White male, burgundy shirt, wearing a black hat, and either long black pants or shorts. He mixed in with a group of students that were running westbound.
With the suspect on the loose, a tense scene as SWAT teams clear the building. Students told to put their hands over their heads. First responders breaking glass to get into one locked classroom. Some students begging for help. As the wounded are carried away.
As fast as they're taken out of the environment, we get them to the hospital.
Put your hands up.
Everybody has to put their hands up.
One by one, each student led from the horrifying scene.
Let's go. Stop looking. Keep walking. Keep walking.
The evacuation still underway when police tracked down the suspect in a neighboring town wearing that burgundy shirt.
Confirmed Nikolas Cruz is in custody.
More than 90 minutes after the rampage started, the sheriff announcing the shooter was in custody.
And Victor Oquendo joins us tonight from outside the high school. And Victor, we're learning more tonight about how the suspect managed to escape that school without getting caught.
David, after allegedly shooting his last victim, police say the suspect ran to a stairwell on the 3rd floor. From there, he dropped his rifle, he dropped his bag, made his way down the stairs and to the tennis courts. From there, David, he was able to blend in with the other students.
Victor Oquendo leading us off again tonight. Victor, thank you. That suspect coming into sharper focus tonight as well. 19-year-old Nikolas Cruz now charged with 17 counts of premeditated murder. Tonight, what we're now learning about his childhood. He was adopted. He then lost that father as a boy. Then the mother who adopted him dying of the flu just months ago. And his troubling posts on social media were many signs missed. ABC's Tom Yamas at the jail here in Fort Lauderdale where Cruz is being held.
Today, the 19-year-old accused of hunting down and killing 17 people at his former high school led into court in shackles.
Are you Nikolas Jacob Cruz?
Yes, ma'am. Authorities now retracing his steps in the aftermath of the rampage. The alleged gunman on the run for about an hour. Police say Cruz stopped by a local Walmart and a Subway where he bought a drink. He then stopped into this McDonald's. He was finally spotted by Michael Leonard, a police officer from a nearby city. Officer Leonard had decided to join the search and started driving down a back road when he spotted someone who fit the suspect's description. Maroon shirt, black boots.
He looked like a typical high school student, and
and for a quick moment, I thought, could this be the person? Is this who I need to stop?
You see Cruz here taken down and handcuffed. And tonight, authorities scouring his social media accounts, searching for clues and a possible motive.
Some of the things that come to mind are very, very disturbing.
Sources tell ABC News this was Cruz's Instagram account. This photo shows him holding a pistol. In another, he's holding a large knife. Investigators now piecing together the suspect's background. We know he was adopted as a baby, but his adoptive father died when he was just 4 years old. Cruz raised by a single mother, but late last year, she died as well, unexpectedly, of the flu. Cruz then went to live with the family of a friend. The family's lawyer tells us he at one point had been in therapy. Cruz brought his AR-15 assault rifle with him. The family's lawyer telling us he kept it locked in a gun safe. This is the neighborhood where the alleged shooter grew up. It's a nice neighborhood. The homes are big, the lawns are well maintained. Neighbors say it's such a normal place that someone like Nicolas Cruz really stood out.
Aggressive, crazy, weird, psycho.
Brody Spino spent nearly a decade a few doors down from Cruz. He remembers Cruz having a violent side, even at a young age.
He cornered a squirrel and was pegging rocks at it, trying to kill it. It was just weird.
Former classmates also paint a twisted picture. They say Cruz was obsessed with guns and was disciplined for bringing bullet casings to school.
About a year ago, I saw him upset, and I was like, what's up with you? He's like, I swear to God, I'll shoot up this school.
He was ultimately expelled. And there were other signs of trouble. In September, video blogger Ben Benite saw a disturbing comment on his YouTube page. A commentator with the name Nicolas Cruz posting, "I'm gonna be a professional school shooter."
Thought that to be odd and disturbing, so I forwarded that screenshot to the FBI. And
the FBI tonight saying they tried, but could not track down who that user was.
And Tom Llamas joins us tonight from outside the jail where Nicolas Cruz is being held. And Tom, we have heard